Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are doing well today. In today's video, I am going to be speaking about products for beginners. I haven't done one of these videos in about like 5 years or so I thought it was time to update you guys, especially for those of you who are starting out in the nail industry and you don't know what products to get. I am going to be sharing my favorites. By the way, this video is not sponsored. These are just my favorite basic products that I wanted to share with you in case you had any questions. I hope this video is helpful, so without further ado, let's get started. Mwah. The first thing I recommend is 99% alcohol to kill any germs from your hands and your client's hands, and also to cleanse the nails after removing the excess of acrylic. I usually buy the gallon and I just use a funnel and a spout to pour it into a small spray bottle. The next thing you need is 100% pure acetone. This chemical liquid is used to soak nails off, to remove gel polish, nail polish, etc. I also pour some of it into a smaller bottle for easier access. The brand of the alcohol and the acetone doesn't really matter as long as the percentages are the same. As far as the e-file, lately I've been obsessed with the one that I reviewed not too long ago. I am going to leave the suggestion up here for you guys in case you're interested in watching. My go-to basic e-file bits are my medium sanding bands and my medium metal carbide bits. I recently shared a video where I explained the functionalities of each and some other cool ones, so I am also leaving the suggestion up here for you guys. For glue, I use the base of the Dippin' System by Cara Sky. It is pretty much glue and it has a very strong hold, which I love. It is also brush on, so I think it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver. You guys, this is my first case of nail extensions ever. I still have it since I was 11 years old. I bought it from Michael's and I just buy the tips and keep refilling it. Unfortunately, I don't know the brand of the tips because I buy them from a local nail supply store and the bag does not have a brand. But I think any tips will do. You can just buy them from eBay or Amazon. These are not really a big deal. I also use an off-brand nail cutter. This one works on both natural and artificial nails. I always keep nippers handy to remove dead tissue. However, I know some people prefer to just push the cuticle back, so this is completely optional. I use regular nail clippers to cut the length of the natural nails and also to create oval and stiletto nails. If you guys would like to see a video on how I shape nails, please let me know in the comment section. I also keep a pair of tiny scissors handy to create coffin nails and to cut certain materials when I'm doing nails. Next up is my acid-free primer by C&D. I've been using this one for years and it has been my favorite ever since I first tried it, especially because it doesn't cause a burning sensation and it is very effective. When I have clients prone to lifting, I pair my primer up with Protein Bond by Organic Nails. I apply the primer on the whole nail and the Protein Bond by the cuticle area. If you guys would like to see an example, please refer to my last video after this one. I am leaving the suggestion up here for all of you. Now we're on to my favorite brush ever. This one is a number 10 German Kolinsky brush. I like it because one, I blinged it out, and second, because the tip is flat and I have better control of my acrylic beads with flat brushes instead of pointy ones. I use this size for smaller nails and my number 14 German Kolinsky brush, which I should also bling out by the way, on bigger nails and longer nails. This one is a no-brainer, but I use a sheet of paper towel to cleanse my brushes and to drain/wipe the excess of acrylic. For me, I'll have to be honest and say that it has to be Bounty, the better picker-upper. When I am cleansing my brushes, it is usually in this motion, and when I am draining the excess of monomer, I press my brush down on the paper towel like you see on screen. Moving on to my monomer, I use C&D Retention Plus. This one and the one from Entity are my go-to monomers. I usually buy the gallon and pour some of it in a smaller bottle as well, using a funnel and a spout. These bottles can be found on eBay or Amazon, or even at your local nail supply store. They are so convenient because you can set them on top of your table and they don't occupy much space. This is the funnel and the spout I use. I bought the funnel from the dollar store and the spout came with my C&D monomer gallon. I love the spout because you can screw it on the opening of the gallon and twist it to your liking so you don't waste any product when pouring it out. After you're done using them, you can just wash them with regular water and they are good to go. Using these bottles also makes it a lot easier to pour the monomer into my dish since it has a very small opening and it is very precise. I get a lot of questions about my monomer dish. I bought it from HomeGoods, I believe, or Burlington, one of the two, I can't remember, but it is actually a candle holder and you can find it on eBay or Amazon. If you're not feeling as fancy as I am, you can use a smaller dish like this one. Moving on to basic polymers, for crystal clear I use Harmony's. I love the consistency of this powder, it feels like clay when molding it. It's so smooth and easy to work with. I used to work with Absolute by OPI years ago, but this one definitely topped it. I usually buy everything in bulk so I don't have to keep going back to the nail store, and I also pour some of this polymer into a smaller glass container that I found at my local nail supply store. For cover pinks, since I started in the nail industry, I recommend C&D Warm Pink, which looks more like a nude. It is the perfect shade because it literally complements every single skin tone. It is so beautiful and the consistency is amazing as well. Definitely very easy to work with. I also recommend C&D Cool Pink from the same line, which has a more notorious pink tint to it. They are both beautiful and the consistency is just flawless. I would say that this one to me is a little girlier than the other one. It has a creamier finish, if that makes sense. It looks very soft and delicate. I like to use this rectangular professional files. The grit on one side is 100 and on the other side it's 80. They are effective. I would just suggest that you run the edges in another file before using them because they are very sharp. To smooth out the surface of the nails, I like to use a nail buffer, and to remove the dust, I like to use a fluffy makeup brush. Moving on to gel top coats, for a shiny finish, I have been using OPI Axiom for years. I love the consistency because it's not too runny nor too thick, and it applies very smoothly, leaving the nails extremely shiny. I usually cure this under an LED lamp for 60 seconds. For a matte finish, I use Presto's Gel Matte Top Coat. This one is very pricey, but it is my go-to because the nails remain evenly matte, even after a few weeks. This product is Japanese, so the instructions come in Japanese. However, I usually cure it under an LED lamp for 60 seconds. For UV/LED lamp, I use one that I found on eBay a few years back. The brand is Sun 5. I know, very random, but they work really well and they cure both UV and LED. I also love it because it has different time settings, even a low heat setting, and it also starts automatically as soon as you put your hand in it because it has a sensor. Last but not least, I use Blossom's Cuticle Oil. This one is my favorite because it's not only beautiful looking, but very nourishing as well, and it smells delicious. I also love the dry flowers inside. It gives this product a very special and feminine touch. And my loves, this concludes the list of 30 necessary products for beginners. If you guys end up using any of the products, please let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all my content. I love you all so much. God bless you. Mwah.